Hello, hello. Welcome back to another one of our lovely evenings. So,
Happy June 1st.
June 1st, guys, already.
I know. It's crazy.
It's pretty hardcore. So,
I feel like we were just dreaming about summer not so long ago, and now it's pretty much here.
yeah. So, yeah, good times. Veggies are really starting to pop off. But I just wanted to put this up here. This is kind of like what you're looking at for CSAs, sort of, I guess, right now. A lot of them started last week. Some of them start next week. We're kind of in that realm of vegetables. So anyway, cool. It's a good time. So this is what we're cooking tonight, just because it's the food I've got. I just want to encourage everybody, if you've got radishes instead of turnips, or you have the green garlic instead of onion, or whatever. I mean, this meal here is just to kind of cook a whole bunch of veggies together. We're going to grill some sausage to go with it and make this delicious like carrot top. It's called Chermoula. It's a little sauce. It's got a little sweetness to drizzle over top. It's really good. All this is kind of North African influence here. So yeah, just a good time.
Well, it's a great way to encourage everybody to use their entire vegetables, right? Like,
yeah,
you don't have to toss all the greens on the top. That's like another meal that you can get out of your veggies. So
yeah, I mean, we're
extending your budget there a little bit with your food.
Yeah, we're using up all the tops of the carrots. We're going to have the turnip greens in the veggies at the end. Like, we're just going to use everything here. So it's just going to be solid.
When in doubt, make pesto.
That too.
You can do it with just about anything. Just throw some cheese and nuts and olive oil in there and you're good.
Yeah, I mean, why not? A little citrus to brighten it up.
Yeah.
Good to go. So, moving the veggies out of the way, we are going to mix the sausage really quick just to get the raw meat aspect out of the way here. Forgot to get my meat out.
Yeah, I know. There's always something you forget to take out.
But
I ask you every week.
yeah, I know. Anyway.
You need to come over here with
I'm
that.
going. I'm coming.
Okay. Just making sure you're not trying to sneak off screen again.
I
know you love to hide over there in the corner off camera to do whatever it is you do.
Sometimes. Sweet. We're doing a pound of beef. So, with the pound of beef, you could do, I mean, if you have ground lamb at home, if you have ground pork, you want to do a mix, by all means, please. It's going to be really good no matter what. So this cuisine uses a ton of cumin, coriander, ginger, fennel seeds, paprikas, different chili powders, stuff like that. I mean, so let's get this together. So for 1 pound of beef, you're going to do 2 teaspoons of the cumin. And that's it for my cumin.
Are you putting all this in the spice grinder?
Yep, I'm gonna go whole spices in the grinder. We are gonna do a couple.
Yeah, I mean, that whole area of the world too is like super known for the spice trades, and like a lot of the spices have come from those areas or have been traded in those areas. So like Middle Eastern food, Moroccan food, like all of that stuff tends to have a lot heavier spice mixes than most food.
Let's see, that's 2 teaspoons of coriander. We're going to do a couple teaspoons of either fennel seed. I'm going to use some anise seed. You could do, if you don't have seeds of anything, we could chop fresh fennel fronds up. If you've got fresh fennel in your fridge from a CSA, which will be coming up soon. So anything with that kind of licorice flavor. Honestly, you could even do a little star anise if you like in there. So
That can be a little punchier though.
it can
to
be.
me
You'd
than-
want to do a little less,
yeah.
but we'll do. Let's see. I don't have a grill currently, so I'm gonna do smoked paprika. This sausage is great grilled, so you know if you want to crank up the grill, do some regular paprika and grill it up, or do the smoked to kind of make up for it. We're gonna do 2 tablespoons of the paprika. I just put it all in the spice grinder.
Even if it's already ground.
Yeah, it just kind of mixes it up real nice. Let's see. I'm going to do a little garlic powder, 2 teaspoons. If you're doing fresh garlic, green garlic, you can do 2 tablespoons of chopped fresh green garlic. Or
But you wouldn't put the green garlic in the spice grinder, right?
No, I would chop it and just kind of do it separate. Fresh.
Yeah, because you'll wind up with a wet paste.
Yeah. And then we're going to do a couple tablespoons of salt in here. I'm just mixing it all up. Yep. All right. One more little blast. And we're also going to put a tablespoon of vinegar in this sausage. Kind of adds a little brightness.
So you did all those spices to how much meat?
1 pound.
Okay.
So it's a spice sausage, like heavily spiced. Because, I mean, they use a lot of spices there because they're antimicrobial. You know what I mean?
Yeah, a lot of them are.
Kind of helps.
Like cinnamon and garlic, I know specifically,
Yeah.
and same thing with onion too.
Ginger, you know, all these things. So it kind of
Yeah.
helps extend the shelf life of meats and different things that they're trying to use. So,
Well, yeah, a lot of times in like the warmer climate cultures, you'll see a lot more spices being used too. I think probably for that reason.
yeah. Cool. So, we're all here. Just going to mix this up really well. Again, if you have a paddle mixer, you can throw it in that and just kind of put it on medium-low and kind of paddle mix this together if you want it.
I haven't had merguez in a really long time.
Yeah.
Is this strictly Moroccan, or does that have like some French influence, or did they have some influence on French? Because I feel like I've had this in French places before too. Or maybe I'm just making that up.
I honestly don't remember the name of the region exactly where this is from. I know it's like, but who occupied North Africa? I mean,
Sure, a lot of different places have at different points in time.
you know, I'm sure the Bretons and different old sure it's been, I mean, it was definitely occupied by the Germans for a little bit,
Yeah.
you know. So
I
yeah,
feel like everybody's taking turns, kind of taking over each other's territory out that way.
you know,
I know northern France is definitely that way, like in the Alsace area. It was Germany at one point, it was Italy at one point. You know, there's definitely a lot of German influence in like the food and the architecture and everything in that region, so.
cool. Well, these are nice and mixed. I guess I'm going to go ahead and just form them since I've got gloves on. We'll make little I love doing these free-formed, like, for the grill. Just like
little mini burger patties.
Just these kind of like little sausage, little sausage patties for the grill. It's so nice.
It's crazy. I can actually smell that spice blend already.
Yeah.
It's going to smell really good in a few minutes when you start cooking it.
Yeah. It's so good.
I think I smell the smoked paprika the most out of everything.
For sure.
It's
Definitely.
really powerful.
It's nice and fresh.
Those were all burlap spices that you used?
Some burlap, some
diaspora.
Some diaspora.
Yeah, Shankini said she's got her burlap and barrel and her Buckner Ranch ground beef today too.
There you go. From where? Lafayette Market?
Mm-hmm.
For meat?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, obviously not the spices.
How's the market going? Do you know?
From what I've seen, they seem to be doing really well.
That's cool.
Yeah, they've had a really big turnout. I mean, all the social media posts that I've seen have been really good. They've got like a big email list that they're building. There seems to be like a lot of excitement around the Lafayette market. So
that's good.
I mean, it took a while for somebody to really like go in there and like put the effort and energy into it. They've had a few, but they were kind of on the light side. So it's cool to see something really kind of click.
That's great. That's great.
I feel like the Longmont market, honestly, is even been busier now than it ever has been.
It's picked up so much since we moved here.
Yeah.
Like over the past, we've been here 7 years?
Maybe 7 years next month, yeah.
So, and I've been going to it since we moved here, really.
Yeah. I think it's one of the best markets in the area.
In the country, probably.
Biggest variety of things, a large amount of stuff to do, and then tons of parking, which is amazing. So
where are we at? Up top, in front?
Here.
Just want people to kind of see that.
Yeah, it looks great.
So, just a little pat. I mean, I didn't weigh them or anything. They're probably different sizes. Is fine.
They're all probably roughly, around 4 ounces?
Not even.
If you had to guess.
Because it's a pound, so 2.5, 3 ounces at the most. Cool. So, let's go ahead and clean veggies. So, they're all going to cook at different temperatures. Well, takes different amounts of time, right, to cook all these different things when we're doing it this style. So, I will get the carrots going first. We've got this cool tagine back here. It's something they use in the desert countries for cooking because of the shape of the lid. It helps them cook with less water. It's pretty cool.
Because all the water goes to the top and then comes back down.
Yeah, it readily collects it, and it's got this divot in the top, and it really forces it back in. So it's kind of cool. But I'm using this today just because we're cooking that style food. Please, use a little saute pan. Make sure you have a lid for it, or you can use a Dutch oven. You know, we've got that back here. Just something with a lid so stuff can kind of steam. That's what we're really trying to get into here. So, carrots. And yeah, we're using these tops because, especially this first season, you know, even if you try some of the tops now, they still have a little, it's not as tender as parsley, for sure, but it's still pretty tender. And we get a few more weeks on these, and they just start getting too chewy to use, even if you chop them up and stuff. So we're good for now, but they do get to a point where it's kind of tough because you're just chewing on them. There's too much fiber.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, but I mean, this is maybe the first week we've seen carrots?
First week, yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, they're still super duper fresh and young and tender.
So, I'm going to give these...
Plus, we've really not had any hot weather yet. I mean, it's not been cold, but it's certainly not been hot.
No, it was just now getting into the 50s at night.
Yeah.
Well,
for now. It looks like Tuesday we're supposed to get some cooler weather because of the rain, but...
Wow.
like highs in the 50s. And
We
lows in
avoided
the
a May
40s.
snowstorm.
Yes.
So for the first year I've been here.
Yeah. We really not had any spring snow, which is kind of weird.
Maybe one, but it wasn't much.
No, but I mean, like, I think it was like April, like
Yeah.
early April. If it happened at all, I don't even remember. I think
So-
Amy said she's done the Lafayette Market the last 2 weeks, and it's been a lot of people.
Nice.
She said to try the dosa for a lovely breakfast treat.
Oh, dosas are so good. I'm doing Indian food for my birthday, and I plan on getting some dosas. So,
Yeah, your birthday boy next weekend.
I know.
It's crazy that that's already here too.
Next Friday, right?
Not this coming Friday, but the
Not,
following.
yeah, that's what I mean.
Mhm.
Like next. So, Indian food for sure. Sweet.
Yeah, you
So,
got the lucky summer birthday. Mine's 4 days before Christmas, as winter starts. So this is the fun time of year to have all the things.
it's been good birthdays, I'll tell you that. Cool. So, carrots, depending on size, I guess. We're just gonna.
These are kind of on the small to medium size, right?
This is first of the season. Kind of tiny. I just like doing bias. Let's cut them up. You just want them all to be kind of edible. Straight across, bias cut.
Are you leaving those little bits of tops on?
Yeah, they're edible, nice and tasty. Make a good handle while you're chopping.
And what is that, like a 1/2 inch-ish?
Yeah,
You said you were warming up the tagine, right?
I don't have it on yet, but
Oh.
we're gonna just want to get through this part first.
It smelled like something was turned on the
No,
stove.
nothing's on. Cool. Cut that one in half. It's a little bigger. I don't know, chunks. Nice chunks of carrots. Nothing crazy. We'll get these going. I'm gonna put it on medium high just to get this base hot. Then we're gonna turn it down onto like medium low. We're just trying to gently kind of steam out these veggies for the most part. And yes, I do have a little rhubarb here. I do have a couple veggies that weren't on the list just because of
What we have around.
CSAs, right? I mean, not everybody's CSA is going to be the exact same. So I just want to encourage people to, like, once you start getting that, or if you see something cool at the market you really just want to try,
Yeah, it doesn't necessarily have to be on the list for it to be good.
Yeah.
As long as you understand cook times,
I'm just trying to
how
help,
to stack them. it'll
really
help.
just because these peas, like first week of peas, they're excellent. They're super sweet. And they were going to be going at least for the next month.
We've been waiting forever.
So with these, we're just gonna, you want to pinch, if you're cleaning peas today.
Can you go a little more center board for me?
Sure. So there's this nub. You pinch under it, go across like this. Then when you get to the back, you take this and you go the other way. That gets the strings off the top and bottom.
I know this might seem like a little bit of a tedious task, but trust me, you don't want those strings in your
It's
food. It
so
sucks.
worth it.
Yeah.
Like this stuff. Personally, for me, I hate dealing with this stringy when you're eating them. This just gets rid of that. Yeah, it's nice. It's the worst part about having to do peas in the restaurant. If you feed 100 people,
Yeah. You're only feeding you and me, so this is
You're-
easy.
you're stringing out beans for a couple hours just to get through the day.
That's what you get the interns for.
Yeah. So,
Good thing about repetitive motion is it usually makes you faster at it, right?
yeah. Get the trick in, and if you're lucky, you start peeling, and for whatever reason the peas you have aren't stringy yet. And you don't have to really worry about this.
Oh, I'm so excited that we have peas now. I feel like that took like a really long time for that to happen too, but they're finally here.
Yeah, I texted one of the farmers about cherries. I haven't heard back yet, so.
I think they're going to be here probably mid-June. I have a feeling we're going to have an early stone fruit season this year, which makes me super happy. And then I want to get into cherries while we still have some rhubarb, because that is my favorite flavor combination ever.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah. So, we got carrots. They're sizzling. I'm going to cut it back to medium low just to get that going. And then I'm going to put a lid on this just while we're processing some other stuff. We're going to throw some rhubarb in just because. Let's see, how stringy was this stuff? Not too bad. A little bit.
Yeah. I'm not really worried about peeling it beforehand so much. What I'll do is start to chop, and then if it is too stringy, like, it'll stop your knife, and then I just peel it from there.
Oh, okay. Nice. So, I just split the rhubarb there if you're using this, if you have some in your fridge. And we'll split it down the middle this way as well. We're just gonna about 1/4 inch on the rhubarb.
Oh, Shankini, you don't have to worry about it if you don't have a tagine. You can just use like a saute pan with a lid.
Yeah,
or
yeah.
like a Dutch oven.
As long as you
Yeah,
can
yeah.
steam, saute pan with a lid, a Dutch oven, whatever. As long as you can just steam everything, that's what matters. I got this out for the aesthetic. We're in the cuisine, so it's not a big deal.
And we've linked it down in the notes too if you guys wanted to get one, if you plan to do more cooking like this, or feel inspired or just want to show off a little bit.
Yeah. They're pretty to have out just on a shelf.
Yeah, they are.
So.
And there's so many different kinds too. They have like really pretty like hand painted ones and all different colors. And
Peas cook really fast. Turnips cook really fast. Turnip greens cook the fastest.
I mean, rhubarb does cook really fast.
Well, I want
too.
it to be, I want the flavor, that to be mushed in, and like,
Okay.
I'm using that kind of for water as well. We can get together the spices for this really quick so they can get in there and cook with everything. I'm also going to be using strawberries in this. It's a little different, but so traditionally they would put apricots or dried apricots.
Usually dried fruit, yeah.
But I say strawberries are here. I'm going to throw a few in just because I want to.
If it grows together, it goes together.
And
right?
apricots aren't out yet, so.
No. Couple more weeks. I think we'll see those by mid to late June too.
So let's get this together. We are going to do cardamom. It's probably like just over a teaspoon there. I don't want to go too crazy.
Teaspoon of seeds.
Yeah.
If I don't have seeds and I have pods, like how
Yes.
many pods would I do?
Well, I would kind of look for a tablespoon of pods,
Okay.
I think, total. But
But
we
would
have
you, like-
desiccated, peeled seeds, so we're going to do about a teaspoon.
Would you crack the whole pod?
No, I would. You could put it in, and then you can sift it, just to catch any of the larger pieces of the whole that didn't bust down enough.
Okay.
After we grind this up.
Yeah, but you can eat the whole thing.
Yeah, for sure. So, it's all more of the same spices. So we're going to do about a tablespoon of coriander.
And that's whole coriander too.
Whole. And they're hollow, so if you only have ground, do about a teaspoon, about the same down conversion, I feel like. Cumin, about a tablespoon of cumin. Again, we're gonna do more, about 1.5 teaspoons of fennel seed, or anise seed, or...
Shankini said she's been taking the seeds out of the pod first.
Okay.
You don't necessarily have to.
It's a lot of work.
Yeah. I mean, it really just depends what you want to do, but yeah, you don't have to worry about it. Or you can just buy the seeds and not worry about pods at all.
We're gonna do about 1.5 teaspoons of turmeric. This will add a beautiful color.
That turmeric's incredible too. The Pregati turmeric from what's it called? Diaspora.
Yeah.
Yeah, that to me is some of the best turmeric I've ever had, and it's like so. If you even just get a little bit on your fingers, they're like yellow for a while.
We're gonna do about a teaspoon of the ground ginger in there. And so that's kind of the spice mix. We'll get this ground up. We're gonna do a pinch of these fermented chili flakes from Jacob Springs in here as well to add a little heat.
You can just use whatever chili flakes you have.
If you have a little Kashmiri chili, or even if you just have the chili flakes from the pizza, chili flake, whatever. I mean, it's all...
I love silk chili. That to me is one of my favorite things to have, or like Aleppo pepper.
Yeah.
If you have either one of those, they're pretty much the same thing. But they stay as a staple in all of my cooking pretty much. I feel like I almost always have a pinch of that in something.
Oh, yeah. So...
The flavor's great.
we've got this steaming up.
So the carrots look like they're almost fork tender.
These?
Yeah,
They're not.
they're not. Okay.
No,
I
we're
can't
just-
really tell from the.
No,
yeah.
they're pretty raw still.
Okay.
We're just kind of getting started here.
So are you like putting the spices in now to help them toast a little bit, like while you're
They're
cooking
not-
this?
I just want the veggies to kind of absorb all the flavor instead of adding it at the very end. I kind of like stuff to incorporate really well. And then we can put a little salt. It kind of helps draws out moisture. And then we're going to do a splash of water in here just to help, because those spices just kind of absorbed what little bit of water we had working.
Yeah.
So we're going to give it a head start here.
I mean, how much water are you putting in there?
I did
Like a tablespoon or two?
probably a tablespoon or two, yes. So I'm going to add, spices are really soaking it up. So we're just going to add a little more.
Is the goal just to kind of like wet all of them?
Yeah,
Let
and I
them
mean these
scorch in on the
veggies,
pan?
the veggies as they cook are going to release a little more water and steam and all that. So
you have
we
all
don't,
of this on like medium heat right now?
medium low.
Okay.
I'm just really gently steaming the vegetables. So this looks good. It's like pasty. We'll keep an eye on it. I don't want it to start to burn or anything. So, but cool. Those are good. I'll probably just make these easier to eat. Slice these really fast. If you have peas. We're not putting them in yet. I'm just kind of getting everything ready.
Yeah, it kind of seems like this is a quick and easy one.
Just some prep.
Yeah.
But we'll grill the sausage.
Even still, it's like just now 4:30 and you pretty much have like everything done, like prep wise anyway.
Yeah, we still need to cut some turnips really quick. And
Oh, it smells really good in here. It'll be nice having all this stuff with like all the fresh spring produce with all these spices.
yeah. So I'm going to go ahead. This is where we'll chop these onions, throw a spring onion in.
So what are you doing right now?
Just pulling off the very top.
Where do you know where to pull it?
You just pull in the middle. Just the tops are a little dried out. Just kind of pull them off. And then I'm looking for anything like a little extra dried on the edge. You know, it's not a big deal.
No, but sometimes those like peely sort of pieces can wind up getting like hard.
Yeah,
it's
they might not.
Texturally just really not appealing in your
So
food.
I'm like, you see that? Papery,
yeah.
kind of lightly dried out exterior. I'm looking for that.
Yeah, it's like part of why you peel the skin off of an onion, right? Like,
Yeah.
it just doesn't taste good when you get to that dehydrated part of it. Well, the flavor's fine, the texture's not.
Yeah. So, again, just that very outside if it's a little dried up. Same will be for garlic. If you don't have spring onions and you have a regular onion sitting around, you could chop that up, throw it in.
You're just kind of rough chopping these a little bit.
It's like 1/4 inch kind of,
Okay.
slicing them down.
Man, all those spices are really starting to
They're,
smell.
they're smelling good.
It's crazy what a difference like using high quality spices makes from like what you get at the grocery store most of the time.
So we're gonna look at all that. Good steam. Get our onion in. And I mean, this would also be great with some eggplant. You could do peppers and eggplant later in the season. I mean, you could.
I'm so excited to have eggplant and peppers again.
Nightshade season.
Yeah. Tomatoes, peppers, eggplant, all of it.
Yeah.
I'm excited to like can some tomatoes too from the summer. I love doing that and having big jars of it waiting for like winter when it's super abysmal.
Broccoli.
There's not much left.
Little broccoli leaves.
You're gonna use the leaf in the food?
Yeah. Use it all. Broccoli leaves. Broccoli. I like broccoli stems. You might not.
I don't love them. I'll be honest, but
So, and then when you get to this, you can compost it, or like as we go through the season, if you get a lot of broccoli with stems, you can grate this and use it as slaw. It's really great like that. So,
yeah, instead of like cabbage for coleslaw, using broccoli, it's so
your
good.
broccoli stems for coleslaw.
Yeah, and that'll blow some minds this summer too, as you're going to cookouts and grilling out in the backyard, maybe having people over and entertaining.
Yeah. So move into the turnip. These are really good even raw, so we can kind of put this in with all this stuff at the end.
Yeah,
Just
hot fries are
gonna-
great. Well, yeah, and these are kind of things too that you don't want to overcook, right? Like,
Yeah, it's better just to undercook it than over. Especially all this out here. What's in the pot? Like carrots, they'll take the abuse for the most part. I mean, you know how it is. Even when you braise carrots for several hours, they're still tasty. So,
as long as they don't turn to mush.
and then they just become part of the sauce. So,
Yeah.
turnips. So I'm just going to. These were bigger, like tennis ball almost for this one. So we're doing chunks like this.
You're just trying to kind of like keep all your veggies around the same size.
Yeah, so they
That's
cook
all.
at the same speed once I get them put in.
Yeah, because if you put a giant chunk in and then have a bunch of little things in there, it's probably not going to work out well.
So, got this. Kind of washing these, a little dirt around the
dirt around the top.
yeah, around the stem area. Go ahead and use that whole bunch.
Oh, the chili's getting me a
We'll have
little
some,
bit.
we'll have some good leftovers here. Cool.
Oh, it smells amazing in here. I hope everybody else's house is smelling just as good as this right now.
Then I guess I will, let's see, I need to move all this so we can make some sauce really quick with these tops.
How do you do the sauce?
We're going to hand chop the tops, put them in a bowl and mix them with spices and oil and honey.
So it's almost like a pesto kind of?
It's similar to like a salsa verde.
Okay.
Just checking on this, making sure we don't need,
Looks like you might need a little water.
yeah.
Yeah, if you ever see it sticking to the bottom of the pan like that, with anything really, but especially this, you definitely want to rehydrate it a little bit. It just means it ran out of water.
Yeah, turn the heat down a little too. Put it on lowest it can. Let it kind of,
This is also nice for like cleaning up your pan at the end of cooking. Just hit it with some water and get all those burnt bits off the bottom. But right now none of this is burnt, so you don't want to like lose any of that, you know.
no, the heat was on low enough where it's all good. Cool. So that's that.
You just put salt in there.
Yeah, I added some more salt. I just tasted it really fast. I wanted to kind of get flavor into the veg.
It's the rule, right? Always taste your food.
Always. All right. Carrot tops. Ours are really super clean. If you're using carrot tops, just check for dirt. The last thing you want is gritty sauce right now. So,
It's not good.
you know, never great. So, stems on the carrot tops.
Can you do mid-board, please?
Not gonna be great. So, I can't recommend using stems on this. So we're just gonna, from here, pull up, strip them off.
It looks like there's still a little bit of stem on there. Is that okay?
Oh, that's so on the, from the side leaves or the top, a little is okay. You just don't want to get, you don't want too much. So we're going to pull this.
You said you're doing this with honey and olive oil?
It's honey, little spices, cumin, coriander, a lot of what we've already been doing. Little chili flake, little lime juice in there, or lemon.
That'll be a really nice contrast.
I think I put on the sheet, I put preserved lemon, or if you couldn't, and one fresh lemon, or get 2 fresh lemons for this, so we can do lemon juice in everything.
So it is preserved lemon.
Preserved lemons are made in Morocco typically, or
We use it a lot in Middle Eastern cooking too.
little Middle Eastern stuff. You literally take lemons and pack them in salt and sugar, and it preserves them. They also get fermented for a little bit. So it's just a way to preserve the abundance of fruit when it's growing so that they can use it when it's not growing, which is usually in the summertime. You're not going to have citrus, and that's when you mostly want it, so they preserve it.
Well, and you can usually find it too in like the Middle Eastern, Eastern European cooking sections of the grocery store. I was at Whole Foods the other day and I found preserved lemons in the aisle with the olives. It was in that area. So, yeah, it's definitely available. I'm sure it's probably not been on anybody's radar because nobody really uses that around here, but you can get it as a paste and the whole lemons. Do you have a preference on like which?
The paste is just easier to work with because if you use the whole, you're going to have to chop it up anyway or grind it down or something. Cool. So I have 25 grams of carrot tops just because most of my recipes are in grams. And we just want to really just want to chop this up really well. Cool. So really finely chopped on the carrot top here. I'm going to check my veg really quick. It's looking really pretty.
Smelling really good. Looks like it finally kind of got saucy a little bit too.
Well, I added that water, so.
Well, and maybe the veggies released a little more water.
So, it's time to add pretty much everything to this. So let's just taste them. Carrots are really tender. So, want to get everything else in to finish cooking. Bet this pot doesn't even hold it all.
For now, till the water cooks off of everything, and it'll be fine by the end of it.
But we're going to put this in. Let it all steam. Then we'll mix it into those spices here once it maybe cooks down a little. I don't know. Dutch oven sounding nice right now. Anyway, cool.
Well, our specific tagine is probably not quite big enough for
Yeah.
really packing it in there, but for the two of us, it's fine.
All right. Ooh, that's way better.
We're sipping on a little gamay today.
Right. So, carrot tops. Preserved lemon paste. This goes in the tagine.
And if you could only find whole preserved lemons, you can just put them in the food processor, right?
Yeah.
Make a paste out of it.
Yeah, I mean, you'd want to get the seeds.
Oh, yeah.
Kind of get the seeds out. They can be very bitter. The seeds can, but everything else. But
You said it's
preserved
about
lemon.
a tablespoon?
Yeah, I'm doing about a tablespoon. Just gonna let it sit on top there for now. And if you have lemon, if you're using the whole lemon, you can put lemon zest in now and let that kind of cook in. Microplane some zest. We'll add the juice here in a little bit. Let's see.
Yeah, our friend Deb gave us a gift basket when she came back from London from the Ottolenghi restaurants. So it's exciting to finally get to use the lemon paste from that. Been looking forward to that for a while. Definitely one of my favorite chefs, I think, of all time.
Got some local strawberries here. This is also going in the tagine. I gave them a little rinse.
They are super teeny tiny.
Probably don't even need to really. They're so small.
They're so good, though. It's just like a totally different flavor from anything you get in the grocery store. Don't you agree?
Yeah. They are good.
Shane Keeney said favorite chef after Patrick, you mean? I learned a lot about cooking from cooking through the Ottolenghi books. It was definitely one of my early obsessions. I think I own just about every single one of them, so.
Sweet. So, we're going to throw these berries in. A small handful here.
Is that like a half cup?
Yeah, probably. Just going to throw them on top. Want everything to kind of steam together. All right. Let's finish this up. So,
Shane Keeney wants to know which of the Ottolenghi books is the favorite.
oh, the Plenty and the Plenty More.
Yeah, those
For
those
me.
two, I would start there. I do like his OG book, just it's Ottolenghi. But yeah, Plenty and Plenty More have probably got more stained pages than any other of the cookbooks. So
All right. So, carrot tops are there. We're going to do more coriander. We're going to do more cumin.
are you grinding this?
Yeah. Lots of spices in this. Lots of spices. Where did I put my cup? And let's go ahead and get the grill heating, the pan. So we can get sausage cooked. Doing about a teaspoon for this size batch on cumin and coriander. I did some chili flake in here. I didn't grind that. I'm just going to leave it. About a teaspoon or so. Just reinforcing all the flavors that we're putting in everything. I'm doing this by weight. It's going to be about 10 grams of honey.
Can you do that over here?
Yeah, I can. I can get the scale.
Oh, that coriander smells so good. It always reminds me of the smell of Fruit Loops. Every time.
Whoa. I went a little overboard. It's going to be good.
Was that 50?
I did 30.
Oh.
It's still going to be great. You know how it is. All right. Then we're also going to do about 50 on the oil. Cool. Please.
What if somebody doesn't have a food scale? What are volume
Okay.
measurements here roughly?
Well, let me
if you had to guess.
get some citrus out. I can show you consistency, right?
I love grams. I love to weigh everything, but not everybody does. So
It's fine. We'll do consistency here. I'm going to juice this like a half lemon right in. Okay. We're going to stir it up.
you do that mid-board. Thank you.
So, much like a salsa verde. Not soupy or anything like that. I just put a salt in. Give it a try. Lemonade with vegetables in it.
Lemonade with vegetables.
Yeah, it's so good.
Or you mean with herbs?
Whatever. Tastes like lemonade. Chilies and coriander and all that.
What kind of lemonade do you drink?
Fancy kind. All right, so I'm going to do my best to not get this everywhere. It's pretty... kind of tough here.
Shinkini wants to know if you have a food scale recommendation for when you need to get something like measuring 2 grams or 1 gram.
Oh, man.
I mean, there are like the micro scales out there you can get. Honestly, what I do, and I know it's not like totally probably 100% accurate, but I will put, like, say I was doing like 20 grams of honey, and then I need to put like 2 grams of a spice or something on there. I would not tear out the honey and just like go up to 22 grams to put my spices in there if I'm at a weight that I know that I can't do. Half grams get tough with that method. At that point, you might need a smaller scale or just make a larger batch of something. But there are scales out there that you can use to do like sub 1 gram.
Oh, man. So I don't know if you can see my mess. But we're trying to just keep it in this pan. You can see all the steam coming off of it. Steam out these veggies. Grill pan's warm. So we'll do a little oil on that. Throw our sausages on.
Oh, it's about to smell so good. You probably need to turn the hoods on. Just so we don't have any fire alarm drama today. I'm all for not having fire alarm drama.
Yeah, I agree. All right. Cool. And another great thing about this is if you have herbs from a live stream ago or anything that you want to use up, we're gonna throw, I've got some parsley in here. If you don't have it, that's cool. This is just a great way to kind of...
You're throwing it in the chermoula?
No, we're gonna put it right in the tagine.
Okay.
In the veggies.
So with the parsley, you're just pulling the leaves off?
Well, yeah, it's a little older, so I'm just kind of picking through it. I just don't want it to go to waste. A lot of it is stems since I just cut it. You know, I chop parsley, I leave it in the bundle and just kind of chop down, try and use it.
Oh, that sausage smells so good.
Yeah. These spices, I mean, this whole dish, it's like all the spices on the spices.
So flavorful. It's gonna be awesome.
Lots of flavor. Use everything. It's nice because like veggies like radishes, if you do this with radishes or turnips and stuff that don't have a lot of flavor on their own, it'll sure add to it, you know?
Yeah. Well, yeah, and like, especially now after you've had like maybe almost a month now of like radishes and turnips, you know, you've probably eaten them roasted. You might have shaped them into a salad. You might have sauteed them with butter once or twice, but like, you're kind of like, all right. I mean, I'm starting to feel that way a little bit, like, oh God, not again. So this is a nice way to kind of spice it up, no pun intended. And taste, you know, the same thing, what we have available, but like make it more interesting, or at least different from what you've had.
So I've got some dill here from the last few weeks of streams. Just gonna try and, you know, pick through this as well. It's mostly done, but any extra flavor for me is good. Get it out of the fridge.
Oh, Shankini tried our buckwheat banana bread with the cardamom.
Nice.
Said it was a hit.
I believe that.
It is really good.
I've been making cinnamon cardamom banana pancakes.
Well, you've been doing a little rye in that one, but
With some rye flour.
it's fun. Like, we have so many cool little heirloom fresh milled flours that you can get around here. It's like, it's nice to throw a little bit in there, kind of change up the flavor profile, whatever you're baking with. Definitely brings a whole new element to it. And that and cardamom and banana are like meant for each other. It's the perfect combo.
All right. Little tedious here on the herbs, but
Almost looks like we might get some rain again. We've had so much lately. It's so weird. Looks like we're supposed to have a bunch more this week too.
so dill. It's great. Use it up. Sausage smells wonderful.
Yeah, it smells like it might need to get flipped.
Use some tongs. Oh yeah.
Was there turmeric in the sausage too?
No, we just did the turmeric in the veggies.
Oh, it's weird because it kind of looks a little yellow.
I think it's that smoky paprika that's... and let's see, I did have a little cilantro as well that I'm just gonna...
Just burning out herbs.
Yeah, all the herbs from the last couple streams that we didn't quite use up. You know, if you have them or not, it's all good. Just trying to...
No, it's great. It gives you a chance to use up all the things that are maybe sitting in your fridge going to waste. And
yeah, I mean, this could literally sit down, do one meal with your whole box. All the herbs, everything that came with it. And you can reheat this.
oh yeah, this will make great leftovers. Honestly, this would be a cool breakfast. Reheated, just like fry an egg over top,
Yeah,
you know?
why not?
Do it for lunch or for dinner again.
So we're just trying to... Just really giving this a light chop.
You're gonna throw all that in the tagine.
Yep. Cool. That's done. So, we have all this food. It's pretty much ready to go. Might have to transfer everything to this Dutch oven. I don't know, man.
I don't think so. It's looking more manageable.
We're gonna...
Wow, it smells so good in here.
So we can... Turnips are tender, which means probably everything's pretty close. Kind of want the strawberries to mash up a little more. They're pretty tender.
I mean, they're so tiny. It takes like 5 seconds for those to cook probably.
And
A little more salt.
yeah, I just tasted it. It's a little plain. Salt. Get the herbs in. We're gonna hit this with some lemon juice. And
The other half of your lemon.
yeah, and if you just have 2 lemons, the one you zested, probably juice that whole thing in. Yeah, it's full.
We also did choose to use like the absolute smallest spatula we have to try and stir all of this with, so. Probably not helping your cause very much over there.
All right. So I'll give this just another minute to steam together. There.
Sausages are cooking on medium heat.
Medium heat. Cool. I want them at like 145. So I'm pulling them.
Shankini says she just decided it'll be 2 pounds of beef when she makes this instead of the 1.
Dude, it's
You won't be sad about having leftovers.
It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. So
Even if you like made some of the sausage ahead of time and froze it, or like patted it out and saved it for later and then cook it off when you want it, like, be great with breakfast, lunch, or dinner.
or all 3 in one day.
Maybe all 3 in one day. You really like it that much.
I do, but all right. Sausage is off. Veggies are ready to go. Really, I'm gonna taste them again for salt, but
I know you're getting ready to plate. Can you move the scale, the honey, or whatever doesn't need to be there,
yeah, sure.
so that when I move the camera, I can see it?
Yeah, got you. Well, that can stay there. This can come over here. This thing is so full, I'm going to save these turnip greens, but please, if you have room in your pan, just chop up your turnip greens into like 1-inch pieces. Mix them in. Don't, or save them for another day. It's,
Yeah.
as long as they don't go to waste. That's the big thing. I mean,
They're so good sauteed anyway. Like,
yeah, a little bacon. Oh,
even
splash.
if you saved it for another day.
Splash of vinegar. Let's try a vegetable. Citrus is good. I need more salt.
It's okay, we like salt in this house.
I just like things that taste really good. And
Well,
salt.
it's a flavor enhancer. So, like, whatever you've got going on in that pot for all the delicious spices and the vegetables and everything that you cooked, like, do it the justice of having enough salt on it. Just intensify the goodness.
Yeah. Look, this is like, I don't know if you can see that on the bottom, but it's just enough sauce to coat everything. It's not, you know, and everything that was stuck to the bottom earlier, no longer the stuck down there. Really?
Can you fit some greens to wilt in there? I feel like you could.
No.
No?
No. So we'll try it again. Make sure it's super tasty. Mmm.
Are you gonna have the whole dinner on the stove?
Mmm.
More salt.
Cool. So you should have a nice big pot of lightly steamed veggies with this really good sauce on them. And so this is going to be nice light acidity. Sausage will have a little more fat, and then the chermoula will be nice and sweet. So let's do a little. Let's do a little plate.
Well, looks like you left some broccoli on the table here.
Where?
There's 2 little florets at the top of the cutting board.
Cool. Everything's off. And then we'll just do nice saucy veggies. It's pretty nice, honestly.
That looks awesome.
Then let's do A couple sausages. You don't have to slice them. I'm gonna slice them. Just
Why?
because. I don't know. Kind of just want to. Let's put them over top. Just for kind of displaying. And we're gonna do this Chermoula.
Just right on top.
Dude, just kind of over, a little around for, a little pizzazz on the plate, but it's kind of like your nice sausage and veggies. Pretty good summer meal, spring meal.
Yeah, it looks great.
Super flavorful, super tasty. So, yeah, everybody. Really hope you enjoyed this one. If you got any value at all, please like and subscribe as always. And, I'd love to help get this out to the world or for people to really, cook some good seasonal food. So
Yeah, CSAs have finally started. So
Yeah.
everybody should be getting their boxes now if you signed up. So
at least
let us
by
help
next
you.
week, I think everybody's getting their stuff. So
Yeah, let us help you make your food delicious. And Shankini said so much pizzazz.
right, just a little. So yeah, guys, please enjoy your weekends, and we'll see you next time.
Cheers. Have a good night,
Yeah.
guys.